Hi guys, today we're going to keep practicing graphing equations in slope-intercept form. What you should remember is that in our y equals mx plus b equation, m represents the slope, how much y changes as x increases by 1, and b represents the y-intercept. The first thing I want you to look at in your equations is the y-intercept because that's your starting point for your graph. Let's look at a couple examples. In the example y equals x, sometimes this equation can be terrifying to kids because it looks like it's missing a ton of information. But what y equals x actually means is y equals 1x, because whenever you don't see a number next to a variable in math, the invisible number is 1. So y equals 1x, and then your y-intercept is 0. Because 0 is nothing, that's why you don't actually need it in this equation. So don't let y equals x terrify you. There are a couple pieces you can fill in on your own. Now let's graph y equals 1x plus 0. Remember, 0 is the starting point of our graph, so we're going to find 0 on our y-axis, and that's right here in the middle, so I'm going to put a point. Then I'm going to take a look at my slope, the number that's next to x. This number is positive, which means I'm going to go up one step as I go to the right one step, or as x increases by 1, y increases by 1. So put your pen on the starting point, and then we're going to go up one, right one, and drop it off. Up one, right one, drop it off. Up one, right one, drop it off, and so on. If I wanted to extend this graph to the left of my y-intercept, then I would follow the pattern backwards. I'm going to go down one, down, and left. And if I connected these, that would give me a straight line, which tells you that this is a linear equation. Let's take a look at another example. In the equation, y equals negative 2x plus 1, the first thing I want you to look at is the starting point, or the y-intercept. The y-intercept is a positive 1, so I'm going to go over to my y-axis and find positive 1. Here's a 1, and here's a 1. Take a look, this one is negative, so I want to go up here, drop off my point. Now let's take a look at our slope. The slope is negative 2x. When you see a negative, that means you're actually going to go down 2 for every 1 increase of x, or every 1 step to the right. So put your pen on the point, and I'm going to follow those directions. Down 2, right 1. Drop it off. Down 2, right 1. Drop it off. If I want to extend the line to the left of my y-intercept, go back to the y-intercept and follow the pattern backwards. Instead of down 2, I'll go up 2, and instead of right 1, I'll go left 1. And again, if I connect these with a line, what you can see is that it creates a straight line, which means this is a linear equation. Let's take a look at one more, then it's your turn to practice. Get out of there, line. All right, next one. Y equals 1/2 x minus 3. Again, the first thing I want you to look at is the y-intercept. Be very careful here. My y-intercept is this whole thing, this minus 3. So that means my y-intercept is going to be at where y equals negative 3. So trace along your y-axis until you get to negative 3 and drop off your point. Now, let's deal with our slope. In a slope that's a fraction, the number on top tells you how much y is increasing. The number on bottom tells you how much x is increasing. So that means we're going to go up 1 over 2, or y increases by 1 when x increases by 2. Put your pen on the y-intercept and follow the rule. Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. If I want to go backwards, go back to your y-intercept and follow the opposite pattern. Down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2. Your turn to practice.